Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Let's talk about L1011 and their new EP, New Year's Eve. They released that on March 4th. It's the band's third EP, and it follows a massive 2020 outing, Tautology, a record that they released in 3 parts over the course of that year, and an album title that's a really good demonstration of one of the things that I like about this band. As an instrumental outfit, with their album titles and song titles, they give you a lot to ponder. They're fully loaded, and I really appreciate that when I'm listening to an instrumental band. And I love the progressive sound that these guys have. Very experimental, steeped in a lot of post-rock as well. And they have a number of other things going on. They have a tendency at times to be very ambient. There's comparisons to Sigur Rós that I certainly, can see what people are saying when they say that. And what I like about both L1011 and Sigur Rós is that they rock out really hard still in that ambience. So L1011, the one thing I definitely admire as an instrumental act, they remain very focused in their projects. They have a very signature sound, I feel like, with Christian Dunn and his carven double neck. The thing is absolutely gorgeous. And I was so blown away the first time I saw him. And it wasn't even plugged in. He wasn't even playing it. They were setting up in this little cafe called The Raven up in Prescott, Arizona. I was home from college, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, we have to go check these guys out. So this was like right around 2005, right after they put out their first record. And it was just like maybe 30 people in this cafe watching these two guys, and just a massive wave of sound. And again, watching Christian and Tim just vibe off of each other and improvise, and watching him just build layers and textures of sound with his pedals and all the stuff that he's doing, it's truly marvelous. It's again, like, they sound great on record, but if you have a chance to go see them live, to this day, they've remained committed to playing smaller venues. It keeps ticket prices reasonable, and it's one of the things that I really dig about this band. So if they're coming near you, go check them out. This new EP especially, you're going to love the feel of it. It's very funky. Talk about keeping projects focused. I like Tautology. That record definitely had more of that kind of like British alternative rock sound from the mid-2000s. Think bands like Block Party, Muse. And so I liked that effort and the sound that was working there. But this new record is funky. It reminds me a lot of the stuff that TV on the radio is kind of doing a little bit too. So still a heavy alternative sound, but I love Christian's funkiness on the bass on this particular project. It opens up with New Year's Eve, title track. It's got this light synth that just blankets a funky beat, and the guitars are just excellent as well. Stomping drums, and then like the synths take over, and I really love the way that their compositions just move and build. Definitely have their peaks and valleys. And the change of feel back to the I really like the way this thing has like a funky coda in the end. It starts off funky and has this transition, but it comes full circle and it has a funky finish that leads right into Meta Meta, your second track. Big fuzzy chunky riff. I love this song. Just lots of synths coming over that as well. And this breakdown occurs, and it's probably like maybe about a minute and a half or 2 minutes into the song, but you just get this clean bass sound, and it takes over for a little bit, and then you get a killer groove in the coda of the song, and you just sink into this groove. It's one of the things I love about this band, and especially when you see them live. When they hit that magic point, you can just close your eyes and it's just so good. I love the feel. The Time Knife is your third song. This song is killer. The moment I heard this, it reminded me of Cars by Gary Newman. This thing has got a massive 80s new wave feel. I really dig the feel. And it's got this great transition from new wave to rock towards the end of it. But very much an 80s inspired song. I enjoyed it very much. Isn't Everything Enough, your fourth song? I love that album title. I love the ambient synth that opens this thing up. You get a gentle, funky groove that takes over, fuzzy bass, and I like the airy guitars that are textured on this thing. It is a beautiful song, and this is one of the songs that people make those Sigur Rós comparisons, and I felt a bit of one there, but an exceptional track that I think you'll really enjoy. 16 Circles is your fifth song. It's got a great alternative sound. Again, big fuzzy bass. The percussion just blows this thing up, though. I really like the way that comes in and fills it down, and then it's got a gentle breakdown, and then a reflection of a reflection is your final track. Big fuzzy thick bass. I think this is probably my favorite track as far as the bass instrumentation is concerned as well. Christian Dunn is just killing it on this song, but it's got a great fast tempo. And when it hits that fast tempo, it definitely reminds me of TV on the radio, a song like Wolf Like Me. And it's just a marvelous way to finish this project. And I like this. 32 minutes. It's a pretty hot listen, but from start to finish, it's just got a good feel. It's something that you can really vibe to and start your morning to, and I really like the grooviness of it. So we're going to vinyl please this. However, with that in mind, I will say that, we base reviews off of the value in the vinyl. There's a lot of value in the vinyl, but if you're gotta pick, if money's tight and you need to pick between buying a ticket and buying this EP, save your money for that ticket and go see these guys live, because I think that you will just come to appreciate that experience more and more throughout the rest of your life. So with that in mind, I really hope you enjoyed this EP. I hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, do all the things to help me blow this project up over the course of the year, and stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.